On tonight's episode of Raw, we have, by the company-owned Woke Wrestling Entertainment, we have our three major sponsors, which is going to be Buried, Confusing, and Awful.
Is that even wrestling?
Let me start this off by saying that WWE has officially been feeling the pressure right now, okay? That ESPN deal truthfully has gone to shit, alright? Here's why. Let's just begin with how this came out, because everything was all over the place, everything was confusing, so let's start off from the beginning, right? Yeah, let's do that. We start off Monday Night Raw in a fashionable way, as per usual, by simply getting one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Yeah, it started with Gunther. Let me tell you something. This promo was absolute garbage. It was absolute shit. I don't know. Let me just say something as well. The crowd does not know what to do with Gunther. Clearly, they have no idea what to do. I really hope that people actually paid attention to it, because when Gunther came out in the beginning, they cheered. They cheered for Gunther. Then as he approached the ring and started getting on the mic, they booed. These fans are butts. Man, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what. And automatically, if you want to know who's to blame for that, that's going to be Bald Levesque. Because, bro, he doesn't know how to book. He doesn't know how to create anymore. He has gone down the freaking drain, the toilet. He's donezo, bro. So Gunther does a promo for like legit 5 minutes, and it was the worst promo I've heard of him do. You got to be kidding me. You have the greatest of all time that you're going to be ready to face, and this is all you're able to put out. Nonsense. This sucked. The following segment that we pretty much get is the biggest pathetic entrance I've ever seen from Io Sky and Rhea Ripley, with this hugging, lovey-dovey friendship. Oh my goodness, man. This is the worst. This is the worst booking. This is the worst. I don't get it anymore, man. I don't get it. This sucked. Honestly, the match I don't care about, so I'm not gonna mention it. Who won? Kind of forgot who won. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Io Sky. She was the victor in this particular match. It was Io Sky against the other chick from the Kabuki Warriors. I don't even know anymore, man. Next, we got a segment with The Vision and Logan Paul. Logan Paul feels disrespected, basically, from Rey Mysterio smacked him across the face. So he talks to The Vision and says, "Oh, you guys protect me, I protect you, vice versa, blah, blah, blah." Nothing really important. Pretty lame, if you really ask me. Then it ends with Paul Heyman handing Logan Paul brass knuckles again. Big whoop. Don't care. Next, after the little Vision segment, we go into our Rey versus Finn Balor match, and Rey Mysterio's entrance, he gets interfered with Paul. Paul interrupts him. Blah, blah, blah. He comes in, hits him behind the back of the head or the back, whatever the case may be. Throws him against the wall. From there, they go in the ring. After that, within the ring, Rey somehow manages to get Logan Paul to a 619. And then, guess who appears? Guess who freaking appears, man? Are you out of your freaking mind, dude? Guess who appears? Like I said, and I knew how they were going to drag this. Everyone knows they're going to drag the life out of this. The Masked Man. The guy with the black mask and the black gear. He appears out of nowhere. Somehow, some way, super kicks Rey. Then from the super kick, he goes and he does the curb stomp. Then he flees like a little freaking rat, and the security goes after him. I'm done. This is just wow. For some reason, we get LA Knight. He pops out. He goes to the ring. Logan flees. And then we pretty much have a setup for Logan Paul versus LA Knight at the end of the whole episode. Why? Like, how much more are you gonna bury LA Knight? How much more? I'll tell you how, because we're gonna find out within the end of the whole episode. Fantastic. After that setup with LA Knight and Logan Paul, look, we have the War Raiders versus the infamous no-name team with AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. You know what? We're going to call this Team AJ Lee, because like the fact they don't have a name. Are you out of your mind? Tag team championships, and you don't have a name for your little group for what your tag team is? Come on, bro. What's going on? Chemistry in the match is a little bit off, and then, Dragon Lee goes for the most absurd and insane move. He goes for some I'm pretty sure it's not a Samoan drop that he was going for. But he tries to lift up one of the War Raiders guys, right? I don't know what his name is. I'll be fair with you. I barely see these dudes wrestle, so I have no idea what their name is. But then, dude, he almost died. Dragon Lee almost killed himself. Like, bro, are you out of your freaking mind? This is insane. I don't know why he went for this at all. This was a terrible spot. Then after the entire match, we have the New Day jump into the ring, like if they're going to be, doing something with Team AJ Lee. So with all this, out of the blue, the Usos arrive. They come out of the stage. They're yeeting all over the place. Then they get into the ring. Look, man, I don't know. Like, okay, so I don't know what the plan is, but clearly we have it now that the Usos are back as a team. You know, they explain that they've been taking L after L after L. Survivor Series, they go to War Games. They just take L's like crazy. Even Jimmy happened to even mention that Jey Uso took the L with his whole WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Like, what? I don't know. This is very confusing. I'm very lost with this now. But I'd say, in the sense, it's cool to have the Usos back in the team. This is what they kind of need. If we're not going to get heel Jey, let's just get the team back, which I rock with. I kind of don't mind. Then after that little fiasco, we get Stephanie Vaquer comes out, and she is talking about how she is the best. She's la primera, and it's just I don't know what the point we're getting at here with this. One thing she does mention is that she's not the best because of her Devil's Kiss move. Excuse me? Of course you are. You think anyone sees you for your title belt or your moves? They see you for your ass, bro. Then in the midst of all this, she's talking about also that Nikki Bella, how she's a legend, blah, blah, blah. And then Nikki Bella comes out. She wants her rematch with the World Heavyweight Women's Championship. As she gets to the ring, she gets right onto the apron. And then we have, out of the blue, Raquel Rodriguez comes out of nowhere, squashes Nikki, and then approaches Stephanie Vaquer to demand an opportunity for the title. Tells her name and place, name the time. Yeah, so that's another setup. It looks like, for Raquel to pretty much get a World Heavyweight Championship match. I don't know why she deserves it. I don't know anywhere. I don't know. It just it beats me, dude. Sure, let's just give it to Raquel or something. They need to do something with this women's division. Next, we got a singles match. It's Roxanne versus Lyra Valkyria. Nothing happened. It wasn't really interesting at all. Liv gets, goes for a distraction within the match to make Roxanne pretty much win. Yeah, but the match was trash. The match sucked. It just sucked. There's nothing else to say about it. Roxanne wins. Let's move on. Then, for the final match of the evening, for the main event of the night, we have the random match that got made from earlier that was a good setup for LA Knight and Logan Paul. No need for these two guys to fight whatsoever. Apparently, before what happened with LA Knight, he came out and was talking all the game of you doing whatever to Ray. I don't even remember, man. It was just I didn't understand it. There was no need for it. There's no need. So LA Knight is interfering now with Logan Paul. Blah blah blah. They have their match. First off, I'm shocked that Logan Paul's even here. The fact that he's actually wrestling right now is a huge shocker to me, because considering he's a part-timer. The match had no true substance. I'm trying to figure out what other way are they going to bury LA Knight, because I don't know. Like, how do we go from he was one of the guys he was the last person or he was the last defense in line to not have Gunther go for the match with Cena. So what do you do after then? Like, there's got to be a way to bury him. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be something. So Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, they come out, and interrupt the match. And I'm lost here. So they come out of the blue. Typically, they go around the ring, they go do their thing, they go and attack whoever it is that they're against. Now, the ref somehow is distracted by them and kicks them out. What? After that happens, this garbage segment of the Vision with LA Knight, dude, LA Knight continues to get embarrassed within the whole ring. We get the usual Vision trash ending. We get Braun Breaker with running back and forth in the ring to do a freaking spear. Then we get Bronson Reed with a tsunami, bro. Tsunami. This is it. Rinse, repeat. Cut a little after from the break, right? We have Braun Breaker who cuts a promo. He cuts his promo. It was not as great as the one before. He had a couple things that he said, which was, I guess, okay. He talked of mentions of CM Punk being the straight edge guy that he was, but he looks like a crackhead. He mentioned how he's not a fan of CM Punk, as in the new version of him, because he wants to see the version CM Punk was back in 2011. And he also even mentions that CM Punk, he's now trying to be this nice guy, taking pictures with the new talent in the back and putting it on social media, which, all right, cool, a couple jabs here and there, I guess. And then he talks about, CM Punk's wife. He says that he'll just take his wife. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what kind of promo this was supposed to be, but it did not hit any mark at all. Any. There's no shot. And then the promo ended up being so iffy that we got they cut into kind of midway within the promo because Braun Breaker couldn't even finish it. We have backstage LA Knight still being carried by refs. Okay, and then he's over here arguing with the refs, trying to say that he's not done, he's not done. So then within the ring, Logan Paul and Bronson Reed proceed to go backstage to do guess what? They go to embarrass and bury LA Knight. Because you have to bury LA Knight. There's got to be something to do so. And here's what they do. They both rush backstage. They get to LA Knight as quickly as possible because, you know, they're like magicians and they get there in the blink of an eye. So they go over there. They beat him up a little bit. Throw LA Knight onto a table. Then from a table that's backstage, we go onto a car. And then we get the infamous Tsunami on a car. And guess what? We've officially buried LA Knight. We have officially written that man off. That's pretty much what we've done. Sick of it. Is that even wrestling?